Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Motorsports and racing cars is a big part of the heritage here at G-Stone Motors. Todd and I have been racing each other for years. I love the one-on-one competition. It comes bottom line, we're all behind each other and support each other with everything we do. I think that says a lot about our company's culture. I'm Vince Quinville, Service Manager at G-Stone Motors.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome in here, race fans, to another Tuesday night here with the G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series right here in central New York. That's right, we made it to the Weedsport Speedway, the flagship speedway for the Super Dirt Car Series. The Super Dirt Car Series, a proud sponsor here with the G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series, presented by the 802 iRacing League. Coming into the night, it's the first time we've come here this season to the Weedsport Speedway. And how do those Super Dirt Car Series passing points look coming into the night? Well, Logan Wentz is on top of that championship standings by 2 passing points over Sam Bachman. Dean Reynolds is just a handful of points back. He is sitting with 12 total passing points in our Super Dirt Car Series passing points here tonight. And Ed Brissett and Mike Brewer are both sitting with 10. Those are the championship standings for the Super Dirt Car Series heat race passing points. But coming into the night, everybody's talking about that top spot in the regular point standings. Well, it's coming down to looking like a 2-horse race here in the closing stretches. Could possibly call it a 3, but with 1,297 points, Sam Bachman leads the points championship into the night with 3 wins. Dean Reynolds is sitting second with 1,290, so just a 7-point deficit between those top 2 drivers, and he has 2 wins. Mike Brewer is sitting back just a little bit back down the road with 1,266. We'll see if anybody can gain, shrink, or what we can do here tonight at the Weedsport Speedway. This 3/8 little dirt mile in central New York what puts on some of the best racing, in my opinion, for these 358 Modifieds. But don't take my word for it, because the G-Stone Motors heat races are coming up right here, right now, as you see them out there onto the speedway. Here's your starting lineup for heat race number 1 here tonight. The distance is 8 laps, and they will line up like this, 9 strong. Starting on the front row here tonight, well, he's a one-time champion here with the series. It's going to be the 03 of Speedy Brissett. To the outside of him, out of the Thunder Ridge Racing, number 28, that'll be Jeff Sharp. Back in row number 2, it'll be car number 16, out of Canada, Matt Barber. Anthony Roselli, the driver out of Pennsylvania, piloting car number 7, will roll from the 4th spot. Well, how about this one? The Venom Racing number 9, Brian Lawson, will start in 5th. Joey Lattisaur in car number 23 will start back into the 6th spot, while Kelly Wheeler in car number 11 will start in 7th. Dustin Coggan piloting the number 44 here tonight will go from the 8th spot, and Glenn Sharp in car number 99 will roll from the back of the field. 9 cars, 5 to qualify. Nope, they just told me, Roger, we're going to take them all here tonight. Every driver tonight you see out here in the heat races is just for a starting position, as we will take every driver here tonight into our feature race. But heat race number 1 is underway as we storm them to turn number 1. Speedy Brissett getting some pressure there by the number 16. That's car 16 of Matt Barber. One of them off the inside wall back here. I believe that was the number 9. It was Brian Lawson getting up into the outside wall. Looks like he's going to pull it down to the infield. Lap 1 going to go to Speedy Brissett, but here comes Barber. Barber down to the inside. Power move down the back straight away. He's looking for the inside. Anthony Roselli back there looking like he possibly got a little piece of the inside retaining wall. It's a very tricky track here tonight at the Weedsport Speedway. Not one single corner through turns 1, 2, 3, or 4 are the same. Right there, you see that little Jersey barrier down out of turn number 4. Going to play big havoc here tonight. The Jersey barrier going into 1. The outside retaining wall later in our feature will play havoc. It's just where do you feel confident that your car is going to be able to hold contact back there for second. Roselli trying to use the old chrome horn to get around that 0-3 of Speedy Brissett as we see 4 laps to go. It's Barber, Brissett, Roselli, and Sharp as there's the battle down the back straight away. The Van Sickle Electric number 7, the driver out of Pennsylvania, trying to get around the New York driver of Speedy Brissett. And it looks like that quick tie. 0-3 of Speedy Brissett will fall back into that spot. And now here comes Sharp. There you see Sharp in car number 28 as the old popsicle sticks are being flown up here to be just 2 more laps around the 3/8 mile. Matt Barber running away with this one. He'll just have to come through turn 3 and 4. He'll see the white silk, and that's exactly what he wants to see here tonight. So Matt Barber looking to see if he can pick up his second heat race win of the season. Very fast, strong-looking machine here tonight. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Their look up out of 4. There's the checkered flag here tonight. It'll be Barber, Roselli, Brissett, Sharp, Coggin, Sharp, and Lattisaur. Lawson and Wheeler will finish 8th and 9th respectively here tonight in heat race number 1. So just like that, we're working into this program. Another heat race coming up here, brought to us by our friends over at G Stone Motors. G Stone Motors located in Middlebury, Vermont, your certified Ford dealer. And this is how heat race number 2 will come to the grid. Cody Harris in car number 20 will start P number 1 here for heat race number 2. To the outside of him, it's the French-Canadian. It's J.D. Justin DeRosier. Race fans, I'll never get that name right. I promise you. My Pennsylvania accent just never going to get it. Sam Bachman, though, will start back in P number 3, and then it'll be Logan Wentz back into the 4th starting position. 5th here tonight to be last week's winner, the driver out of New York, car number 79, the Super Dark Car Series entry. That'll be Dean Reynolds. Driver out of Pennsylvania, driver the 2K. That'll be Harold Klump into 2K. Shane Billings out of Canada will roll from the 7th spot, while Scotty Reome, he's here. He'll start into the 8th spot. 9th then will be car number 4. That'll be Brandon Guerin. And it looks like all drivers are out onto the speedway, so we're having another full field here in heat race number 2. I believe we're just going to go with 2 heat races here tonight at the Weedsport Speedway. Try to push this show through. A little bit of a lighter field at one of the toughest tracks we will go to this season. Green flag out of turn number 4 this time. Everybody down and away. Trying to come through turn 1 and 2. It looks like everybody right there and down the back straightaway. Everybody chasing the number 20 of Cody Harris. This will be the 2nd week in a row that car number 20 leads here in his heat race. So Cody Harris leading the way. Bachman down to the inside here of JD's number 29. He'll take P number 2. Here comes the agent of Bachman trying to pick up another heat race win. But look at Reynolds. Reynolds trying to fight down onto the bottom side here to the inside of number 18 of Logan Wentz. Wentz in the blue and white, number 18. Bachman trying to work his way to the race lead. Drag race down the front straightaway. Still going to be Cody Harris at the line with just 5 laps to go here. 5 laps to go. There's the battle for the race lead. Here comes Bachman. He'll throw the slider on the 20. Clear straight up, and now he is the new race leader. Sam Bachman to the front. He'll pick up 2 spots here in the Super Dark Car Series passing points, as it stands right now anyway. Picks up 2. So he pulls even with Logan Wentz. 3 wide battle back here, though. It was Reynolds in the middle. Wentz down to the bottom. JD to the outside. Scotty Rio, oh boy, contact and around. Going to go Logan Wentz. Not what he wanted to see. His night's going to start towards the tail of our feature event. 3 laps to go. Now it's 2 laps to go. One driver off the outside wall that time out of turn number 4. I believe it was car number 4 of Scotty Rio. There's the Full Throttle Motorsports number 4 of Scotty Rio to the outside of the number 79 of Dean Reynolds. Problems for JD there. A little contact with the number 20. White Silk is out. Sam Bachman trying to go to the house here. It's Bachman, Harris, Reynolds, JD, the top 4. At the line, give it to Bachman, give it to Harris, Reynolds, JD, Scotty Riome, Shane Billings, Harold Klump, Brandon Grant, and here comes the little engine that could. Logan Wentz will finish that one off at the tail of the field. So Bachman picking that one up. Another heat race win going to him. These drivers here, look at that. I told you we're going to try and push this one through here a little bit faster for you race fans here tonight. So with that being said, we're going to take a quick step away, get the national anthems played, and we'll be right back here to the Weedsport Speedway.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Here's to our country markets, to the moms and the pops, to the 3 generations strong, to the lifeblood of our communities, for prepping our meals and lending a hand through the good times and challenging times.
I'll be there when you need me. You can count on it every time.
Thank you for always being there for us. Your friends at G-Stone Motors.
Welcome back to the Weedsport Speedway race fans. Warm-ups just wrapping up. The final touches here on the Speedway going on. Tonight, your heat race winners were Matt Barber and Sam Bachman here. Tonight, they're going to have some great starting spots for our 35-lap feature. But hey, what do you say we give a big shout-out to our friends over at G-Stone Motors? Without them, race fans, we couldn't make any of this possible. If you are in the market this spring to get yourself a new tow rig, if it's in the budget, well, there's only one place that I would go if I were you race fans to pick up a tow rig. That is over at G-Stone Motors. Make sure you go over and visit our friends at Middlebury, Vermont. This is the closest race on iRacing that we have for our dirt friends up there in Vermont. So tonight here in central New York, we're going to put on one heck of a show. We got to thank all you race fans tonight for tuning in to watch the G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight, presented by the 802 iRacing League. Did you know the 802 iRacing League doesn't just race here on a Tuesday night on the dirt side of things with these 358 Modifieds? They have, well, a Sunday night, a Cup Series program. That's right. They run the NASCAR Next Generation Cup cars right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Brett the Jet behind the microphone bringing you all the live feed action all season long for those drivers. And, well, I can tell you, I couldn't wave a candlestick at those drivers. Just not good enough. That's why they keep me up here tonight on a Tuesday night, too. Just not good enough. But with that being said, these drivers that you're about to see, they are good enough because the 358 Modifieds are on the Speedway, and this is your starting lineup here tonight for our 35-lap feature here at the Weedsport Speedway. Starting on the front row here tonight, picking up a heat race win earlier, it's going to be car number 16. That'll be Matt Barber. To the outside of him, it's the agent, the 007 of Sam Bachman. He'll roll from the second spot, while Anthony Roselli will roll from P number 3. Starting back into the fourth spot, the best starting spot he's had all season. Car number 20, that'll be Cody Harris. And how about Speedy Brissett? He'll roll from P number 5. The driver out of Central New York, that's Syracuse, New York for, well, you New York people. Car number 79, that'll be Dean Reynolds. And back into the 7th starting spot, the Thunder Ridge Racing, number 28 of Jeff Sharp. While JD, hailing out of Canada, where it's still snowing, car number 29 will roll from 8th. And how about Dustin Coggan? Car number 44 will roll from the 9th starting spot. Scotty Riome is here tonight, and he will roll from the 10th position. He doesn't know that, but he will go from 10th. Then starting back into the 11th spot, that'll be car number 99. That'll be Glenn Sharp. Shane Billings will start back at P number 12. Starting 13th here tonight, Joey Lattisaur, car number 23. And how about the 2K? Harold Klump, the driver out of Pennsylvania, will start back into the 14th starting position. Kelly Wheeler will pilot car number 11, starting into the 15th starting spot, while Brandon Guerin, car number 4, will roll from 16th. 17th to be the car number 9. They pulled out a backup car. That's the Venom Racing car number 9 of Brian Lawson. And same song, same dance for Logan Wentz here tonight. Car number 18 pulling out a backup car. He'll start shotgun to the field. It should be 18 cars, 35 laps tonight here for us race fans. You see them all out there onto the Speedway. Green flag coming this time. The iRacing.com pace truck will make its way to the outskirts of the Speedway. There you see it go. Hopefully we don't see its dreaded face here tonight. Barber, Bachman, front row. Roselli, Harris, row number 2. Green flag is up. 35 laps of 358 modified action. Anthony Roselli peeking to the inside, that time off turn number 2. He'll pull to the inside in 3 and 4, see if he can find a little bit of bite down below. There is also going to be the 03 of Speedy Brissett. Lap number 1 going to go to the car number 16 of Barber. One car against the outside wall there. That was Bachman trying to bang down the boards down the back straight away. There's the top 3 drivers, Barber, Roselli, Bachman as they're running. Look at Anthony Roselli. You couldn't even put one of my hairs between that front left tire and the inside jersey barrier. Look at the run, though, for Bachman. Bachman got a great run off the top side of turns 1 and 2. He's going to be able to throw it to the middle groove through 3 and 4. 3-horse race at the front of the field, but a great battle just behind them also. As those drivers battle at the front of the field. Problems for car number 79, Dean Reynolds. Going around, a couple drivers on the front straightaway going to join him. Reynolds was running inside the top 5. They were 3 wide battling, and all of a sudden I saw the number 79 disappear out of the corner of my eye. The driver out of North Syracuse, New York, going to pull it to the the outfield here. He's going to go see if he can find a quick backup car. Looks like a couple drivers going to go down with him. Let's take a look at the Super Dirt Car Series replay. Watch the number 79 He's to the outside here. Oh, got a little contact. Looks like he came down the track just a little bit into Speedy Brissett. A lot of drivers making some good evasive action. Nowhere to go for the number 9, though. I believe that was Brian Lawson in car number 9. It was. Take a peek at this. Right on board. You're riding on board with the number 4, Brandon Guerin. He got a great view coming at him. Just barely got the 79 as he tried to scoot through there. Puts us under the first caution flag of the evening here at the Weedsport Speedway. Told you a lot of unique corners here, to say the least. The 358 Modifieds are here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network, though brought to us by G-Stone Motors. Of course, Super Dirt Car Series is part of our program here on a Tuesday night, thanks to Dean Reynolds and all the fine folks over at the Super Dirt Car Series. The Super Dirt Car Series does bring the big block Modifieds here in the summertime to the Weedsport Speedway, but it is not the only series that comes. We also bring the NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series right here also to the Weedsport Speedway once a season. It does have weekly competition up there in central New York once the snow does melt up there. Safety lights are out around the speedway, ready to go back racing with Barber and Bachman. Green flag back into the air. Here we go. It'll be 5 laps into the books when we go green. Battle down the back straightaway. You see the top 5 in the picture frame right there. The rest of the field going to join him. Anthony Roselli going to throw a slider. A little contact. Robbins racing. 1 lap back to green. It'll be now Anthony Roselli leading the way here at Weedsport. Barber falling back just a little bit as he's down to the inside. Sam Bachman going to rip the lip. The Expert Installation 007. Speedy Brissett, Cody Harris, the top 5 here as they're running side-by-side, but side-by-side battles all through the field. Look at this. Here's the number 17, a brand new number 17 here tonight for the number 17. That is Shane Billings. Billings got that blue and yellow machine. Going to find him easily through the crowd here tonight. That's Joey Lattisaur in the Mr. Radiators. Number 23 to the outside of him. Joey picking up 3 spots here in the early goings to be running right now currently into the 10th position. Just ahead of them, JD and Dustin Coggins. And 1 spot up from them, that is going to be Scotty Riome, who was a little bit sideways that time. Scotty going to fall back now into the clutches there of Jeff Sharp, and Sharp going to go right around the outside like that 4 is standing still on a dance. Battle at the front of the field, though it has not changed. It's still the 7 of Roselli and the 007 of Bachman. They have started to pull away here with just 25 laps remaining. Going to be 24 when they come by the line this time by. Still chasing the number 7 of Anthony Roselli, but down to the bottom side, Bachman's trying to find a little bit of grip. Trying to put that right rear in the moisture. He'll go to the top side. He'll chase that Van Sickle Electric, number 7 that time through 3, and try to come off a little low on 4. He's just hanging right there, about a half a car length back right now. Half a car length separating the top 2 positions. Currently sitting about, call it a second up. See a couple drivers back there. Barber getting up into the outside wall. Brissett got into the outside wall. This track very, very hard to navigate. You gotta flirt with disaster. Little contact back there. I believe I saw that was the 18 of Wentz making a little contact, and a little out of shape he is. Up there through turns 1 and 2, you gotta be up against the outside wall. 3 and 4, you can get away with being a little low. Let's see how far Wentz goes up. He gets up there. Joey Lattisaur into the outside wall. There you see the number 23. They're going to go 3 wide back here. That's the 11 Wheeler. There's Lattisaur, and that is Dean Reynolds trying to look like he's Donovan McNabb back in Syracuse back in the 90s. Take a peek back at the front because Matt Barber has started to roll back in on the top 2 here. It's a 2-horse race for the time being, but Barber looking like he's found a little something here. Speedy Brissett not really going away. He's still within striking distance, just sitting there. Called about a second back there currently, but look at the battle. At the line, it was Bachman, Roselli. They're going to nose ahead back to slide job in turn 1. Crossover attempt here. Here comes Bachman. He'll power move, and these two drivers just going at it. But as they go at it, here comes Barber, and Brissett is starting to close in too. That time, Bachman had the advantage. He'll slam the door down into turn number 1. Bachman just trying at this point to hang on and run away before Matt Barber in car number 16 makes an appearance. "15 laps to go that time at the line. Bachman, Roselli, Barber. Here comes Brissett, and here comes closing in. Fastest car in the speedway last time by, car number 4, Scotty Riome. He is sitting into the 5th position. He's moved up 5 spots since the drop of the green flag, but the driver who has picked up the most, it is car number 18. Logan Wentz picking up 10 spots since the drop, and he's going to get squeezed up there. Good car control. Couple of them getting tangled up over here. Caution lights are on. Reynolds turned around. It looks like the front wheels on the 79 may have a little damage. See if that car... Yeah, it looks like the left front has been pushed in there, possibly a little low. Also on the right front. It does look like Reynolds is going to be able to roll away here. We'll see what kind of speed, though, that number 79 is going to have. Tough break for the driver out of North Syracuse, New York. The driver who picked up a feature win last week. Let's look back here. Watch the 79. We know he is involved. Reynolds drives it in. Dustin Coggin getting in a little too deep, and a couple bumper cars there. The 79 of Reynolds going to sit there just kind of parked to the inside. Dean, you can't park there. I'm glad he got the message. He got it rolling again here. Take a look here. Rear bar camera with Mr. Reynolds. Watch that 44 close in down the straightaway. Hold on to her. Just a hopeless feeling down into the corner sideways. Everybody else coming at you. Nowhere you're going to run away and hide to. Dustin Coggin and Dean Reynolds will tag the back of the field here. As the lights on the iRacing.com pace truck will go off. We'll have 13 laps remaining here tonight at the Weedsport Speedway. Good showing here tonight for Bachman. Roselli, both drivers throwing the sliders back and forth. Good race at the front of the field. Barber hanging in right there. Brissett going to bring everybody closer. Harris still having a good race. He's back there into the 5th position. Good start by the 007 once again. Bachman back out front here, trying to run away. He's got command of this one. Barber, though, now getting into a fight with that 03 of Speedy Brissett. There's Scotty Riome. How about Harris hanging in right there? Comes Logan Wentz, though. He's in a very strong car. Scotty Riome going to slide it in there. Makes contact with Brissett, but so does Logan Wentz. Wentz makes a little contact back there with the number 20 of Cody Harris, and both drivers going to lose ground. Here comes the number 17 of Shane Billings in the Billings Racing, number 17 down the back straightaway. He has now moved his way into what is currently looking like the 7th spot. Is all for naught as the caution lights are on around the speedway. Caution lights are on with just 10 laps remaining here. I believe I'm being told it is the number 9 of Brian Lawson. There's the Venom Racing. Number 9, Lawson going around. Let's see what happened. Let's go up top. Got the drone camera out here tonight at Weedsport. A little contact and more contact. That was JD in car number 29. Made a little contact with the 9 of Lawson. Lawson went around. I believe he made a little contact with, was that Kelly Wheeler? Take another look at this. Let's follow that red and white number 9 here. There's the contact with JD. Got it sideways. Tried to catch it. And yep, there it was, Kelly Wheeler. Nothing Wheeler was going to do, just wrong place, wrong time. Third caution flag of the evening, and I'm waiting to hear from the officials here. We're going to keep the lights on. Nope, lights are off, and the field will double them up one final time here. I didn't know if we were going to be at that point where we would go single file or if we were going to double them up, but hey, race fans, let's double them up because it's double the pleasure down in turn number 1 for all of you guys out there. We got to thank you once again here tonight for tuning in to watch the G-Stone Motor 358 Modifieds here tonight at the Weedsport Speedway. Only a handful of races left here this season for these drivers. 4 more races before we crown a champion here for season number 3. But first, let's finish Weedsport off. Bachman, Roselli. Bachman fires off. Good run by Bachman. Contact just behind him at the calling right around the 5th, 6th position. That was the 20. Harris. Caution lights back onto the speedway. We're taking a lap away. We're count 1 lap here, but I'm being told Jeff Sharp, Brandon Guerin, Joey Lattisour making a little contact. Harold Klump also involved in this. What do you say we take a look? Watch that number 2. There you see. Oh, one driver up into the wall. That was the 28. And nowhere. Tough and tumbled ride there for Harold. That Bicknell is definitely bent well. Jeff Sharp was the number 28 up into the outside wall. You see him trying to gather it up. Joey Lattisour for a good ride, too. Nowhere for Lawson to go. Brandon Guerin and his brand new pink machine involved. A little bit of a tough one there for those drivers. Looking to see which drivers are going to come back out onto the raceway here. A couple of them are currently in the outfield getting some repair, seeing if they can get anything kind of straight on their machines. Looks like Harold Klump not returning. Here comes the 4. Brandon down the front straightaway. He'll tag the rear. Trying to see, I believe Lawson also down off the speedway. Looks like he might be able to return. Yep, he'll return. So we'll return with just one driver off the speedway. That'll be Harold Klump in the 2K. Oh, and here he comes. So all 18 drivers going to be back out onto the speedway just in time. As nope, officials are going to hold the number 2. Green flag coming out. Everybody fighting for the bottom. There's the 17. And we're going to go with a no start. No start here for these drivers. We'll revert back to how that one just kicked off, and we're giving it another go here after we get them all lined back up. Unfortunately, we're going to take a lap away. As soon as we take the green flag, it does count as 1 lap here on iRacing, so we're unfortunately going to get 1 less lap here tonight. Looks like Brian Lawson headed back to the outfield. There it is, Racing Jason tonight, missing you in action here tonight at the Weedsport Speedway. Old Racing Jason, when I used to have my sim rig up and operational and not sitting idle for a year and a half now. Jason and I had some great battles here at the Weedsport Speedway when it came out in the, 358 Modifieds, and, we used to run the big blocks here. Some great battles, Jason. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family is well out there tonight. We do miss you out here onto the Speedway. Look forward to seeing you back here. 4 races left in the season after tonight here at Weedsport. Just taking a couple moments. Couple drivers, since they did take the caution flag, they were eligible and able to head to the outfield to get some more service done. We have to give them the courtesy laps here tonight. So we talk about just a handful of races left this season. Where are we going after we leave Central New York here? Well, how about we head over to the Big E, Eldora Speedway for the final time. We're head to Ohio before we head back to, well, sunny California, Volusia Speedway for the final time for race number 13 of the season. Before we head to the dirt track at Charlotte, you always thought all roads lead to the dirt track at Charlotte. Well, that's what they tell me, except for here. We're going to come back to New York. We're going to go to the Oswego Speedway for the finale. That is going to be on, well, I say it all the time, April 1st. And it's not a joke. We're running 100 laps at the Oswego Speedway on April the 1st. Let's finish this one up here in New York first. 8 to go. Bachman, Roselli, Barber, Brissett. Everybody going high and wide there. Got to pick up some spots. It's time to figure it out because the laps are running down. The sand is coming out of the hourglass. Bachman pulling away. One of the biggest race leads we've seen all night long for him. See him right up around the top side of the speedway through 3 and 4. He'll see 6 laps to go when he comes and looks at the scoreboard. See you down there in turn number 1. Just a quick glance up. That's all you have. Wentz still on the move there in car number 18. He's been able to pick up 11 spots now, running in 7th right now with 5 to go as it's the high 5 at the flag stand. It's just 5 more times around. Got to go back just a little bit. Cody Harris still holding on to the best run he has had here in the 802 358 Modified Series. See a little contact. He's trying to hold on to it with just 4 laps to go. Just got passed up by the number 4, Scotty Riome. Riome going to go into that 6th position. Harris trying to hold on and hold off Logan Wentz. Harris trying to pick up his 3rd top 10 of his career here. Dean Reynolds trying to power back through the field. Reynolds was able to pick up, and the 20 of Harris going to go up into the outside wall. JD and the number 29 D involved along with the number 4 Brandon Guerin. Looks like he just got slowed up and just a little contact for that number 4, but the caution lights are on with just 2 laps remaining here tonight at the Weedsport Speedway. So Harris going to quickly run. You see him going to the outfield. See if he can find a way to get that car fixed up here. So under the caution flag for the 6th time tonight at the Weedsport Speedway. So Cody Harris, Jeff Sharp, JD also in car number 29 involved in this. Let's take a look back here. See if we can zoom it out just a little bit. Watch that number 20, the orange and blue entry. There's Reynolds. Reynolds drives it in. Harris stabbed the brake, and once he stabbed that brake, that 358 Modified just came looping around. There's the 29D. There is the number 4. So they all make a little contact, and everybody was able to actually keep going. I'm not sure who was the driver that jetted down through the infield. Oh, there it is. Man, I thought somebody decided to take the shortcut. Jeff Sharp, though, coming back out onto the speedway. So what do you say, race fans? We're going to give you a little shootout here at the end of this one. Just trying to see. I'm calling it a shootout because I know, race fans, it's going to be just a lap or 2. We're going to go with a green-white checker. There you see it. We're going to come back. We're going to get the green flag. We're going to come around one more time. We're going to take the white flag, and then we're going to throw that checkered flag here tonight and crown somebody tonight's victor. Bachman, Roselli, Barber, Brissett, Billings, the top 5, ready to fire them back off. Uh-oh, a little bit of a... Oh, no. Oh, no. Hold on to her, boys. Somebody doing a slap wheelie, another slap wheelie, and see, the caution flag is out. Barney says, slow him down. I have to take the look. Started towards the front of the field. Who got into who? Couple bumper cars there, and everybody going for a ride. Billings going for a ride. Wentz, Coggin, Reynolds, Klump. The old parking lot out there, Dobbs. Shane over there, you see that blue and yellow number 17? He's out there streaming right now. I wonder if he's breathing. I heard a lot of times he doesn't breathe when he races. Yeah, just a checkup, and everybody knows it's towards the end of the race. They gotta go right now. Gotta pick up some spots. That's gonna hurt some of these drivers. They were running towards the top 5. I'm trying to see scoring working itself out here. We're still lining back up for a green-white checker attempt here tonight, race fans. We will not end under the caution flag here this time. So right now it's going to be Bachman, Roselli, Barber, Brissett, Lattisaur, Lawson, Sharp, Harris, Klump, Coggin, the top 10. So that's your top 10. One driver, I believe, on the outfield, Wentz, who was having one of the best races we've seen. He had to start dead last here tonight. Did not have a good heat race. It looks like he is off the speedway, and he is done here tonight at Weedsport. It'll be a 17th place finish, I do believe, here tonight for Logan Wentz. And last week's winner, Dean Reynolds, is down also. Looks like it'll be an 18th place finish tonight for Mr. Reynolds. 7th caution flag coming to an end. Bachman, Roselli, Barber, Brissett, Lattisaur. The top 5 coming back here at your race fans. Green-white checker attempt number 2. This time, everybody going to get through turns 1 and 2. The chase is on. Chase is on as there's the white flag, this time out of turn number 4. The white silk is in the air. Bachman and Roselli are the battle for the race win. Barber just behind them, about a car length and a half down the back straightaway. One final time. Where does Bachman go? He'll go to the outside. Roselli to the inside. Drag race out of turn 4. It is going to go to the 007 of Bachman. It'll be Bachman, Roselli, Barber, Brissett, Lattisaur, Lawson, Sharp, Harris coming home with the top 10. Klump, Coggin finishing into that 10th position. There's tonight's winner headed to the hill on the infield tonight. They're going to park him under the scoreboard. And there's Scotty Riom. Always has to get his TV time in, he tells me. There they all are. We're talking to the drivers here tonight that you see on the hill. Cut that number 4. There he goes. There you see the 007, the 7, and the 16. The classes of the field of tonight. We're talking to them here in just a couple of moments. Race fans, don't go anywhere here. We'll be right back to the Weedsport Speedway with the top finishers after this.
At G-Stone Motors, our customers know the value of hard work. So we work hard to find them the right vehicle. G-Stone Motors, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
My father, Gardner Stone, has grown our dealership with one thing in mind: to treat people the way you want to be treated. Well, the way you buy a vehicle now is everything is ordered, so customers have to pick where they want to buy a vehicle. The people coming back for their second, their third, their fourth, their fifth vehicle, it's a good relationship, but that tells you that they know that we're going to take care of them. At G-Stone Motors, we just don't make customers, we make long-lasting friends. And I think that separates us.
G-Stone Motors, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back, race fans, here to the Weedsport Speedway here tonight for the G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series here in central New York, putting on one heck of a show at one of the toughest tracks we are going to this year. But I do have, standing by, because I know you race fans, you're out there, you're still here with us. You're like, Roger, would you just stop talking and let somebody else talk? Well, what do you say? Don't take it from me. Take it from Bachman. How about it, Sam? What do you got to say after a great run here tonight at Weedsport? A tough track and a tough battle between you, Roselli, and Barber for those top 3 positions.
Yeah, I was actually a little worried with those late cautions that Anthony or Matt were going to get me. They looked a little bit quicker than me on the bottom, and I was just kind of dedicating to the top in 3 and 4 and the bottom in 1 and 2, but track felt all pretty good or whatever, and the car felt all good, so we'll take it.
How tricky is it? There's an inside wall down there. It looks very inviting in turn 4. If you get close to it and you get good bite, you're going to get a great launch down that straightaway, but you're literally inches.
Yeah, I didn't really want to go down in 3 and 4 because I normally hit the wall there all the time, so I was just kind of dedicating to the top in 3 and 4.
Very smart move. Smarter than I am, I can tell you that much. But with Weedsport here late, the caution flags normally do come out. You saw a couple of them. Were you worried here?
Definitely. Anthony and Matt both looked pretty fast back there, and they were running the bottom in 3 and 4, and all it took was me to slip up and them to take advantage.
Well, you were able to hang on here tonight. You came in looking pretty good. A 7-point lead over Dean Reynolds. That will now look to open up a little bit as you pick up tonight's win, and Reynolds is going to finish way back in 18th. 4 races left here. What's the plan?
Try to finish in the top 5 and keep a clean car.
Perfect. Told you race fantasy's pretty smart. What do you say, Sam? Let's roll the red carpet out for you and ask you who's on the side of the 007.
Well, I got to thank all the boys over at FTM, Gunnar at Swan Speed Shop, Dean over at Super Dirt Car Series, Expert Installation, G Stone Motors, Roger U for broadcasting, and 802.
There you have it. He picks up his 4th win of the season. That's the driver of the 007 of Sam Bachman. One driver that'll finish just one spot back. How about it, Anthony? A great day here in Pennsylvania. It was pretty nice. I hope you went out for a run. I hope you got yourself worked up because tonight you finished P number 2. How did you make it all happen here tonight at Weedsport?
I'm just trying to do anything different than I did last week. So last week was definitely a rough one, and I knew I really needed to have a good week this week to kind of keep our points rise going up. So we're moving up here almost all season in points. So last week really set us back, but I knew Weedsport's one of my stronger tracks. So I just had to start the night really good, had a really good qualifying effort, had a really good heat. So that kind of just set the tone for the night, honestly.
You battled all evening long with Bachman and Barber. What did you need here late in this one to get that Van Sickle Electric number 7 into victory lane for the 3rd time this season?
I really needed either the top of 4 to kind of to brush off or the bottom of 4 to really come in. I really like running the bottom here. I'm not too comfortable running to the top here, but that's where it was fast early on, and I knew at some point it was gonna go back down, and that's how Sam got by me there. I knew once he got by me, it was gonna be really hard to get back by him because he's a guy that just doesn't miss his mark very often, and unless the track just took a major swing out of somewhere. But I think just chasing the track first was whoever chased the track first was going to be the winner tonight, and Sam definitely took care of that.
Well, what do you say we go let you enjoy the rest of the night, because tonight you're going to close that points gap also. You're now sitting in 3rd. Let's let you go home and think about this one. Who do you got to thank on this number 7?
Oh, yeah. No, that definitely helps. I always got to thank everyone, Randy Johnson, iRacing Setups, and everyone over there. It's a great crew. Van Sickle Electric, Mobile Metals, Hollywood Towing and Auto, 5L Enterprises, Accurate Collision, Laura's Cars. Thank my parents for watching. You, Roger, for doing a broadcast, and Rob and Dean for putting on the 802, and all the competitors. It's such a fun league. I always look forward to it every Tuesday night.
There you have it. He finished 2nd, led a good number of laps here tonight, but ultimately fell back to 2nd. Let's talk to the driver, though, that had the best starting spot for the feature. Matt, that car looked good late, but it looks like a little bit of a rough start put you back to 3rd, and you just were not able to get back to P number 1.
Yeah, just Weedsport's not really my strong track at all. I've never really had the greatest runs there. I just kind of went with the flow there with the heat. I definitely wasn't the fastest in the heat. I know Anthony was a lot quicker than I was, but I just held my line and kept her clean for the heat. And then for the feature, I don't know, I didn't want to put up a big fight because I'm not really in a points contention for anything. But yeah, I don't know. I just tried running the race the best I could. I got into Anthony a few times, which I feel terrible for, but it happens. I apologize to him. Not my best run, but you know, I'll take a top 3.
So what you're saying is the heck with Weedsport. Let's look forward to the rest of the season here. Eldora coming up, Volusia, the dirt track at Charlotte. We'll be back in the great state of New York, as a lot of people would say. We're coming back to Oswego to wrap things up. 4 races left. Where do you think you could pick up your second possible win of the season?
Probably Oswego again. I mean, something with me in Oswego just clicks. I always love running there. I run a ton of laps there all the time for practice. If anything, that'll be probably my best track. I'm a big fan of Eldora and Volusia as well, so that's some good news for the tracks coming up. But we'll see what happens.
Well, we look forward to seeing what's going to happen in the next 4 weeks here with you. But what do you say we pass it back over to you? Who makes this car as fast as it is and look as good as it is?
Well, for looks, I'd like to do a big shout out to Vertex Graphics, Tyler Bowman. He kills it on every car that he does. I'm super thankful to have been referred to him by Dean for getting a wrap done, and he absolutely killed it on this car. Big thank you to Dean Reynolds and the whole Super Dirt Car Series for all the help and getting us into another league. Tessier Mechanical again, always, because those are my guys. They run our car in real life, and they always support everything we do here, and they're a big fan of when we run these sim races. All my buddies in my Discord, my girlfriend, of course, G-Stone Motors for putting on this league and giving me a chance to learn with all these world-class drivers, in my opinion. Always looking to improve.
There you have it. Driver out of Canada here tonight, driving car number 16. Matt Barber will finish P number 2. Finishing into that 4th spot here tonight, that'll be the 03. That'll be Speedy Brissett, and the driver that will round out the top 5. How about a night to stick with it? That is going to go to Joey Lattisaur. Those are the unofficial top 5 results here tonight at the Weedsport Speedway as we get ready to wrap things up here from Weedsport. You heard me say it. We're going to head over to Eldora after tonight. The Eldora Speedway is going to play host to round number 12 of the season before we head to Florida, back to Volusia, before we head to North Carolina to the dirt track at Charlotte, and we'll wrap things up right here for the season finale on April the 1st at the Oswego Speedway. Those are the next races coming up here for the G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series. You can catch more 802 iRacing League action right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network every Sunday night. Brett the Jet calling the Cup side of things. Maybe you'll see some of the drivers you saw here tonight on the dirt side playing on the asphalt. Asphalt's just to get to the track. Dirt's where the racing actually is, race fans. So for everybody at G-Stone Motors, everybody at the 802 iRacing League, and everybody with Super Dirt Car Series, I'm Roger Muth of the Turn 3 Racing Network, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's virtual show from the Oswego Speedway, from the Weedsport Speedway, looking at that schedule. Until we catch you next time, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll catch you in Turn 3.
I'm Jake McDonough, one of the co-owners of Woodware. I work with Drew and my dad Brian, and we've been here for a long time. We have a great relationship with G-Stone Motors. They've always taken great care of us. I remember when I was a kid riding in G-Stone box trucks. The G-Stone service department has been great. They get us back on the road as soon as we need. If we don't have our vehicles, we're not doing business, and so they always make sure that we're able to operate, at our highest level. It's been a great relationship.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.